We got 3 more here, and I have 3 last ones here. So everybody just try to keep your questions as short as
And I'll
possible.
keep my answer short.
You want to say that?
You're fired.
I'm Rudy Polanski from Norwalk, Connecticut. Currently, the United States spends between $600 and $800 billion a year to buy energy from foreign countries. In recent advances in drilling technology and recent discoveries of energy resources in the United States, it's clear that the United States could become energy independent, spending that money, that $600, $800 billion here, putting people to work. These recent advances in technology and so forth and discoveries have really come about not because of anything done by the federal government, but in spite of things done by the federal government. We could actually become an exporter of energy, and you can see how wealthy Saudi Arabia is in some of those countries as well. I want to know what your position, in spite of all this, we have no energy policy in the United States. You hear nothing from Congress about moving this program forward. I want to know what your position is on this, but more importantly, what are you personally going to do to move something forward so we have some kind of an energy policy and we can become energy independent?
Great question. I'm thrilled that we get to talk about it. I'm thrilled that we get to talk about energy policy, because it'd be a shame that if we didn't. We are in the middle of an energy revolution in this country that has been brought on by the discovery both of shale gas and the technology necessary to extract it from the ground. I'm on the Foreign Relations Committee, and I chair the European subcommittee. And the Europeans look at us with massive envious eyes, because we have become, since 2008, when we started pulling this gas out of the ground, we have become economically competitive from a manufacturing standpoint in a way that we never dreamed of. Ultimately, I want to run an economy based on true, clean, and renewable fuels. This is a bridge that can both give us a huge competitive advantage over the rest of the world, and do it in, frankly, a way that is cleaner than the sources that we currently normally rely on, being oil and coal. So what do you do about it from a federal perspective? Well, a lot of the challenge involves transporting the gas, and so the federal government needs to step up to the plate and help with pipeline projects. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of the Keystone pipeline, because it's bringing dirty energy in from out of this country. I'd rather be building pipeline technology that brings domestically produced, cleaner gas from source to port. Second, we can lend some surety to the markets in terms of what we're going to allow these producers to do and not do. Right now, there's a little bit of uncertainty because there's some commotion about some real dangers that potentially come from extracting shale gas in a way that's not environmentally responsible. I think that we should adopt some common sense rules in terms of how close you do this to sources of public water supply and what type of chemicals you use. And I think we can do that in a way that is going to take a relatively small percentage of the available shale fields off of the market and continue to allow this to go forward. There are members of my party who are much more skeptical and resistant to this technology than I am. I think we should find a way to do it in a safe mechanism and recognize that it ultimately is going to be a huge economic boon, and then not let it be, I said the other day, and I got some press, I said that shale gas was a lazy way out of investing in green energy. And I didn't mean that to say that I don't think we should invest in shale gas. I meant that to say that we should at the same time be building a renewable energy economy on wind, solar, geothermal, and nuclear, and all that other stuff, so that we don't just become reliant on a fossil fuel that is going to run out. Maybe in 75 years, but it's still going to run out. So I'm a big believer in what we're doing. Let's just put some common sense rules and regulations on it, and let's build some pipeline technology and move the stuff.
This energy could be taxed, and that tax money could be used to find clean sources.
Yeah.
But if nobody leads, everybody's got an opinion, but nobody leads, nothing happens.
And you know what?
So why don't you lead?
And there's bipartisan agreement on this, right? We're in different places on solar, different places on oil, but on this one, we can. So and I plan to. I'll take your challenge. Thank you.
How's it